Bankruptcy is a process of full disclosure. I get this question all the time, and that is, do I have to disclose this debt? Or do I have to disclose this asset? And the answer is yes. You have to disclose everything. You have an obligation. Under penalty of perjury, you sign your form. It's a 5-year felony and a $250,000 fine. You don't lie. There's no reason to lie. Because in most cases, the federal bankruptcy exemptions provide all of the necessary protections that you can get. A lot of people think when you file bankruptcy, you lose everything. Well, you don't lose everything. You're entitled under the federal exemptions to exempt up to $21,625 in a house, $3,450 in a car, $11,500 in household goods and furnishings, $1,450 in jewelry, and then you get, if you don't use your homestead allowance, you get up to $12,000 in a wild card. And then this is something a lot of people don't realize, and this is really mind-blowing, is that you can exempt over $1 million in your 401k or IRA. So if you come to me and you live in a $250,000 house, or you owe $250,000 on a house that's now worth $100,000, why would you ever want to drain your 401k or IRA to pay on a sinking asset? The answer is I don't know, because you can walk away from your house. There's an epidemic right now of foreclosure, and there are a lot of people that engage in what's been known as strategic foreclosure, where you actually plan your leaving the house. And in the state of Michigan, you can live in your house for almost a year or more for free without having to pay through the foreclosure process. Because in Michigan, we have a law that was enacted in 2009 that says if you, and this is really important, you'll get a letter from the bank. It's a 14-day notice. If you reply and request a loan modification meeting within that 14-day period, they can't begin the foreclosure process for 90 days from the date of this notice. The foreclosure process takes 60 days at least. And then, if you live in just a normal house, 3 acres or less, you get 180 days for the redemption period. So if you do the math, you can live for free for 330 days in your house. It's a strategic foreclosure. You plan. You can stay in your house for free and not make any payment for, in most cases, it's up to a year. The banks are so backed up right now that there's no way that they're going to adhere to any strict timeline. And so you can see that in most cases, the exemptions are so generous that people think, well, I'm going to lose everything. Well, you're really not going to lose everything, because in this part of the country, it's really hard to see, or I haven't seen anybody push the $11,500 number for household goods and furnishings. And if you're married, you get that times 2. So that's $23,000 in an exemption for household goods and furnishings. Your furniture, your appliances, your electronics, your clothing, your household goods, your cookware, whatever you have.